So sex was created by God and originated by God in Genesis with the creation of man. If you want to know the function and the purpose of a product, you take it back to its manufacturer. So if I have an iPhone, I won't take it to Android because they don't produce or manufacture that type of software and that type of phone. So if anything is broken or isn't operating properly, you call or you go back to the creator of it. So that's what you do when you decide to take God's gift, sex, and take it outside of marriage. You're using it outside God's expiration date. I like how products say best used by. So the manufacturer will put on the product when is the best time to do it. Where is the best time to put it. So the manufacturer says sex is best in use by marriage. Society comes and tries to pervert that. That's why our relationships are spoiled. That's why communications is spoiled, because we've taken outside the expiration. We've taken it outside the best use by. Everything in the world society we live in, you gotta be attractive, you gotta be sexy, you have to pose a certain way, look a certain way, form your mouth a certain way, reveal a certain amount of skin. But God has placed something special on the inside of you. God has graced each and every one of you for something special, and He's gifted you for that. So you never have to compromise who you are in order for others to enjoy your company, in order for you to walk in what God has called you to walk in. Which means she was a mannequin. She looked good, but she had no life. One day I was at a mall, and I looked out the window. I was in an open mall. You know I have mannequins in the window? You know? And this mannequin was so beautiful. I thought she almost looked real. You know, she had the hair, she had the clothes. But the problem was she wasn't. And anybody who look at mannequins, they're beautiful, but they don't move. Mannequins don't go anywhere. Mannequins can't advance you in our life. So we, as young men, we're attracted by sight. We see a young woman, she's attractive. But if there's no life on the inside of her, there's no movement. Next, the Bible continues to say, sometime later, he saw a lion, he killed the lion, came back, there was honey inside the lion. The Bible says he took his hand and inside the dead lion, and he got some of the honey and he started to eat it. That's disgusting, right? Who thinks about doing that? But what is Samson doing trying to get something sweet from a dead place? Many times in our lives we try to do the same thing. We have dead friendships, dead relationships, dead, whatever you want to call it, and we try to go back to get something sweet. We try to go back to find something sweet from it. But if it's dead, it's done. Leave it alone. Next slide. So that means a snake or serpent has the ability to slide into intimate places. Alright? Let me give you an example. If you're praying to God, a snake can come interrupt your prayer life. If you're in church worshiping, the snake can come and interrupt your worship. The ability of a snake is it can slither. We hear stories all the time. If you grow up maybe on the West Coast, California, or somewhere in the South, we hear alligators getting into pools. We hear snakes getting into homeowners' houses. And they're always astounded, like, how did this snake get into my house? Well, the problem is, snakes, their natural ability is to get into places that are tight. So we think that, because we have this relationship with God, that the enemy can't come in. But the Bible talks about it's the small foxes that destroy the vine. So it's not something big or gigantic we're looking for, but it's the small things in our lives that we don't have together the enemy can use against us. I listened to a story of a pastor. He was telling a story when he was courting his wife, and she was upset during the dating stage. He wanted to get into her house. She would shut the door, put the lock on it. Well, he said, if I could get her to take off the latch, and if I could just get her to crack the door, I know I can get in. So in our lives, we have to be careful and watchful of the places we leave cracked, because a cracked door is an open door to the enemy. It doesn't. So if you go to a toy store, these toys have something called a try me button. They want you to press the try me button before you buy the product. Why? They want you to test the product to see if it does what the manufacturer says it's going to do. So Jesus said, look at the fruit that they bear. So what he was saying is, press the try me button on their lives and see if their lives, their words, match up with their lifestyle.